This video is going to help us practice order of operations. Most of us learn the order of operations as please, excuse, my dear Aunt Sally. In other words, parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, adding and subtracting. I like to think of it as a list because it helps me remember that when I get to my multiplication and division step, or the multiplication and division step, or the adding and subtracting step, it doesn't have to go in order of multiplication then division, or adding then subtracting. It's whichever one of these two come first, and then whichever one of these two comes first, going left to right. So let's practice it to see what I'm talking about. The very first one, of course, is the P, the parentheses. When you're doing parentheses, you have to look for the innermost parentheses. So in this case, the 2 is outside of the parentheses, and a bracket is just another way of writing a parentheses. So I'm going to leave all those things alone, and now I'm going to focus on this 9 minus 1 first. And that's because that is the innermost parentheses. 9 minus 1 is 8. Then I can close that up. Everything else is staying the same. Next, I'm going to revisit the parentheses again because, because there are still more parentheses to use. Within the parentheses, I'm going to follow this order of operations. That means the exponent would need to come next. So 2 in the parentheses, that 5 has an exponent of 2. 5 squared is 25. The exponent has to come next. And I can rewrite this because I haven't done anything else. And again, I'm still revisiting that parentheses because I'm not done with what's going on inside of it. I already did the exponent inside of it. Now I'm going to do the multiplication and division inside of my parentheses. So my 2 stays the same. Parentheses is still there, the 25 is still there, and the multiplication and division comes next, so 2 times 8 is 16. And what do you think comes next? That's right, parentheses all over again, because they're still there. I still need to complete what's going on inside. I did the exponent that's inside, I did the multiplication and division that was inside the parentheses, and now I've got to finish that part up with the adding and subtracting that's inside the parentheses, which is 2 and 25 minus 16 is 9, divided by 2 plus 11. Now that all of those parentheses are done, I start my order of operations list fresh all over again. While I still do see the parentheses, there's no operations inside the parentheses to complete anymore, so now I can just go down the list. I'm looking at, again. We're looking at exponents. I don't see any more. We're looking at multiplication and division. Yes, I see a couple, so I'm going to work on those from left to right. 2 times 9. Remember, when a number is right in front of a parentheses, it means multiply. 2 times 9 is 18, divided by 2. Plus 11. Multiplication and division still. 18 divided by 2 is 9 plus 11. And then finally my adding and subtracting. 9 plus 11 is 20.